welcome back to Steve Sports. Today we're kicking off our West Virginia high school football coverage, and I figured no better place to start than ranking my top 15 players in each class of West Virginia. In this video, we're going to be going over Class 2A, and keep in mind, these are not recruiting rankings. These are my personal opinion over who I think impacts Friday nights the most. I'm taking into account productivity, versatility, what players have already accomplished, and what I think they'll accomplish in the future. So with that in mind, let's get into it. Before we get into the top 15, I'd like to highlight 3 players who missed the cut but could find themselves near the top of this list next season. First is Moorfield linebacker Matthew Iman. At 6'3", 200 pounds, it's no shock Iman made a huge impact as a freshman last fall. It's even less a shock he was ranked the #1 linebacker in the inaugural 2029 class for West Virginia. He's strong, has great instincts, and improving quickness with a legit D1 frame that doesn't seem close to filled out. He's someone who will be near the top of the 2029 players in the state of West Virginia throughout his career. Next is Tyler quarterback Ashton Morris. The 6'1" dual-threat quarterback made some incredible throws in his freshman season, where he logged increasing varsity snaps as the year went on. Tyler didn't have a great season, but the flashes of the young quarterback put the state on notice. Expect to hear his name a lot more on this channel over the next 3 years. Last, KJ Vyers, Independence. Vyers is more established than the other two here, but he just missed my list and I had to mention the stud 2029 class athlete. He racked up over 1,000 yards and 7 touchdowns as a freshman on varsity and should be in a position to put up huge numbers again in that Independence offense. Now let's get down to my top 15. Number 15, Tegan Hackney, Mingo Central. Starting us off at number 15 is Mingo Central linebacker Tegan Hackney. He's quietly been one of the most overlooked linebackers in West Virginia since stepping onto the field as a freshman. In just 3 varsity seasons, he's piled up an incredible 350 tackles, 44 for a loss, and 9 sacks, including a ridiculous 170 tackles last season. Those numbers earned him second team All-State, and I think he's flying under the radar. At number 14 is Clay County quarterback Cooper Collins. After taking over as a starter as just a sophomore, Collins immediately made his presence felt by throwing for over 2,600 yards and 28 touchdowns while completing 63% of his passes. His strong season earned him first-team All-State honors, and what impressed me most was how much he improved throughout the year. He looked more comfortable every week of the season, and he'll still be just entering his junior year. I wouldn't be surprised at all if he's back on another All-State team this fall. Number 13, Christian Hoosier, Williamstown. Checking in at number 13 is Williamstown's defensive end, Christian Hoosier. Hoosier was one of the most disruptive defensive linemen in Class 2A last season, finishing with 52 tackles, 8 for a loss, and 6 sacks while also starting on the offensive line. Standing at 6'2", 240 pounds, he doesn't necessarily look like your typical dominant edge player, but once the ball snapped, he plays much bigger than his frame. His combination of power and 4.6 speed makes him an extremely difficult matchup. Number 12, Javon Letourneau, Roane County. At number 12 is Roane County running back Javon Letourneau. He exploded onto the scene last season with over 1,600 total yards and 21 touchdowns. Despite standing just 5'8", 175, he runs with the physicality of a much bigger back. He can break tackles in the box and outrun defenders in the space, and is also a dangerous receiver coming out of the backfield. Expect him once again to be the centerpiece of Roane County's offense as he enters his junior year. Number 11, Jameer Knuckles, Mingo Central. At number 11 is another Mingo player, quarterback Jameer Knuckles. He established himself as one of the top dual-threat quarterbacks in Class 2A after totaling nearly 2,800 yards of offense and 30 touchdowns while leading Mingo Central to a 9-3 record. He earned All-State honors thanks to his ability to beat defenses both through the air and with his legs, and I think he's in line for an even bigger senior campaign. Cracking the top 10 is Philip Barber's running back Landon Carpenter. At 6 foot, 200 pounds, Carpenter runs like a freight train. He combines outstanding balance and physical running style that wears defenses down. Last season, he rushed for over 1,700 yards and 18 touchdowns, while also adding 60 tackles on defense. He's the definition of a workhorse running back, and I expect another huge senior season filled with highlight reel runs. At number 9 is Independent's newest weapon, Carson Treadway. While I wasn't able to track down his official stats from last season, the film speaks for itself. At 6'3", 220 pounds, Treadway was already one of the most impactful linebackers in Class 4A, and now he joins an already loaded Independence roster. His size makes him a matchup nightmare at wide receiver as well, while giving Independence another elite playmaker on defense. He's capable of changing games on both sides of the football. Number 8 is Logan standout Lucas Lambert. From a college projection standpoint, Lambert might have the highest ceiling in the state. At 6'3", 230 pounds, he possesses rare athleticism, reportedly reaching 22 miles per hour while showcasing outstanding explosiveness and leaping ability. He produced 947 total yards with 17 touchdowns in just 8 games last season. He already holds a Division I offer from Marshall. Whether it's at tight end or linebacker, his future is incredibly bright. Number 7, Jaleel Jones, Bluefield. Number 7 belongs to Bluefields DB Jaleel Jones. The Carl Lee Award winner has already established himself as one of the best defensive backs in all of West Virginia. He totaled 94 tackles, 6 interceptions, and 11 pass breakups, while also contributing nearly 500 yards and 4 touchdowns on offense. He's one of the best open field tacklers in the state and can line up anywhere in the secondary. At number 6 is Independence pass rusher Isaiah Conley. The reigning Class 2A Defensive Player of the Year put together one of the most dominant defensive seasons we've seen in recent memory. He finished with an unbelievable 22 sacks and 29 tackles for loss, using his blend of explosiveness, strength, and relentless motor to terrorize opposing offenses. With another loaded defense around him, don't be shocked if he puts together another monster season as Independence chases a state championship. Cracking my top 5 is Bluefields running back Jeremiah Jones. Jones might be the most entertaining two-way player in all of West Virginia. Offensively, he totaled over 1,000 all-purpose yards with 17 touchdowns as an explosive highlight reel running back. Defensively, he led the Beavers with an incredible 143 tackles. If you ever wondered why he runs with such physicality, just watch him play linebacker. This guy absolutely loves delivering big contact. Number 4, Brock Green, Independence. At number 4 is Independence quarterback Brock Green. Green has been the starter since his freshman year and is already a 2-time first-team All-State quarterback. Standing 6'4", 220 pounds, he has one of the strongest arms in West Virginia and is coming off another outstanding season with nearly 3,000 passing yards and 29 touchdowns. Now with Carson Treadway joining an already talented receiving corps, Green could put together the best season of his career as Independence makes a serious run at a state title. Checking in at number 3 is Bluefield wide receiver Pax Calhoun. Calhoun is, in my opinion, one of the best wide receivers in West Virginia regardless of class. He hauled in 72 catches for over 1,200 yards and 17 touchdowns, combining his size, athleticism, and elite ball skills to dominate opposing defenses. As he continues refining his route running, I think his recruitment is only going to take off. Don't be surprised if he puts together a season worthy of that Randy Moss Award. Number 2, Braden Tyler, Frankfort. At number 2 is Frankfort superstar Braden Tyler. Tyler was the heartbeat of Frankfort's state title team this past year, totaled over 2,000 all-purpose yards and 32 touchdowns, while also serving as the Falcons' top defensive back. He was named a first-team All-State captain and consistently delivered in the biggest moments throughout Frankfort's undefeated season. Now he'll look to help extend that 28-game win streak and lead the Falcons towards an incredible third consecutive state championship. And finally, my number 1 player in Class 2A is Bluefield quarterback Max Simpson. Simpson exploded onto the scene as a sophomore, throwing for 3,400 yards and 41 touchdowns, immediately establishing himself as one of the elite quarterbacks in the state. At 6'2", he has a quick release, outstanding touch, and some of the best accuracy I've seen from a high school quarterback in this state. While someone like Maddox Twig may have a little more athletic upside, from a pure quarterback standpoint, I think Max is right there with anyone in West Virginia. Already holding an FBS offer from Toledo, I expect several more schools to jump into the mix this season. With the talent surrounding him at Bluefield, don't be surprised if he's firmly in the conversation for the J.R. House Award by the end of the year. And that's my top 15 rankings for Class 2A football. I know some of you probably don't agree, so don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and then comment your top 15 below. And let me know who I left off or who I ranked too high. Thanks for watching. As always, stay blessed.